Hi Aries, happy birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your April 2021 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you who are new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's Celtic Cross spread as always, and I also pulled an Oracle card and a Mudra card for you guys. And we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice that we have in front of us to help us get an idea of where your focus will be astrologically speaking. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we have Capricorn, which is your 10th house, career and social status. We have 11, which is the 11th house of groups, friendships that you associate with, hopes and wishes. That's Aquarius energy, plenty of energy going on there. And we also have Uranus, which is in Taurus currently, which is your second house of finances. So looks like there's going to be a lot of focus on your finances, your career, and friendships this month. So let's see what we got in the main spread. Main situation position, we have the World. So this card represents an energy of completions, successful completions. Usually it's a long thing, it's an ongoing process. So for example, some of you might have graduated from school recently. That's just a super generic thing. Maybe you guys got some kind of a certification within your careers. That's another way it could go. Or just something that you might have been working on for a long time. Some kind of project might have finally reached a successful completion. And this does have a bit of Saturn energy to it as well. So given that we did see the Capricorn energy there, this could definitely be around your career for some of you. And let me see what else comes to mind with this. Now, for some of you, this could actually say that it might take until we get into Taurus season, given that we do have the fixed signs actually in the artwork in this card. But at the very least, it looks like you'll be receiving some news around successful completion around that time. All right, in the challenge or obstacle position, we have the High Priestess and the Knight of Swords. So seeing these two cards come up together, what I would say really for the most part is the first thing that comes to mind, given that this is in a challenge position, could just be saying that, you might need to actually take a little time and try to tune into your intuition, tap into your intuition instead of being reactive around a situation. So a super generic way I could see this playing out is, maybe there's something you've been working on for a long time, right? Maybe some kind of goal that you've been working towards, and you might start to feel like maybe you're never going to get there, right? So you might be inclined to rush things at the last minute. Could just be saying that, you're being asked to actually hold back on that and have a little bit more patience rather than just being a bit reactive. And also, this could be pointing to the fact that during the month of April, we have Mars in Gemini, which is your third house communication, and it's actually going to make a square aspect with Neptune in your 12th house. So it could just be saying that, you might have to watch out for that possibility of putting your foot in your mouth, and especially around the time of that transit. I think that's going to be somewhere around the 10th of April, give or take a couple days. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Three of Cups. So another indicator of a celebratory energy. So like I said, it definitely looks like you guys are going to be completing something this month, or at least getting recognition for something that you might have already recently completed. So that's what I'm seeing there. Usually this represents to me connecting with friends from a long time ago, possibly even siblings. To me, these are like the long-standing connections. These wouldn't be new people you just met last week or something along those lines, but again, definitely has that bit of a celebratory atmosphere to it. So looks like there's something that you guys are going to be celebrated for. Past position, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is actually Virgo energy here. And for some of you, maybe this is pointing to the full moon that we had in Virgo. That's certainly a possibility. Could just be saying that might have been the time where you might have received news around, okay, this is the upcoming completion, right? But you might just feel like it's really just been taking very long because this is pretty much the slowest moving of the nights. So let's say, for example, this is around career. Like I said, given some of the indicators we see there, this could definitely be tied to finances and career. Might have been something that you've been promised a while ago, right? And you felt like it was never actually going to come around. So you might have started to get a little impatient around that, but looks like it could actually be coming your way. In the present position, we have the Page of Cups. So at the time I'm recording this, we're technically still in Pisces season. So, this, even though this technically isn't Pisces energy, it does make me think of it, given that we have the fish there. And again, I feel like this could just be saying that, right now you might feel like whatever you're being offered isn't what it was cracked up to be, right? Like I was saying, whatever this goal is that you've been working toward or whatever you might have been promised might not seem as good as you were led to believe it would be on the surface. But I feel like this is just saying that it's still in the works. So on the surface, it might not look like it's that much, but it could just be, again, given that we see those cards in a challenge or obstacle position there, I feel like it's saying, try to be a little bit more patient with it. And I think your message for last month as well was, patience brings balance. So it could just be a continuation of those energies there. In the near future position, we have the Emperor. So this is actually the major arcana card for your sign. So obviously this is a good thing to see come up in the near future position. Now, like I said, technically at the time I'm recording this, we're, still in Pisces season. So it could just be as simple as pointing to the fact that, oh, you guys are going to be reaching into your season, right? But for me, I think it's more than that. Again, I think this is around whatever completion you guys have been working towards. And, this is actually going to be where you have that proof that you've gotten that recognition for that completion and feeling like you actually have successfully completed something and feeling more like yourselves as well, So I feel like this is definitely going to be the energy you guys are going to be stepping into. For some of you, this can represent another person, but I feel like for the majority of you, this is going to be more of you guys. And I mean, if we even look at he looks like he has that gray beard. It looks like he's been around a while, right? So for some of you, like I said too, given that this was the world energy there, whatever this is, this could have been something that you've been working on for a really long time. So, for example, just a generic way it could play out. Maybe while Saturn was transiting through your 10th house of Capricorn, given that we saw that come up as a focus, you guys might have had these career goals that you had in mind, right? And you're really working hard toward them. Maybe all of the craziness that went on last year might have derailed some of those plans, right? Or at the very least delayed them. And now with that energy finally moving out of the 10th house, maybe you're actually finally seeing the completion from whatever you're working toward during that time. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here, and again, which we did see, by the way, come up as one of the focuses. So this could be around the groups that you're dealing with, so friendships, but I would say more than anything, I see this pointing back to that energy that I was feeling there of possibly being a bit impatient and reactive, and possibly, self-sabotaging a situation. So again, I feel like this is more of an indicator to just try to be a little bit patient. Even if you feel like maybe in some way you were lied to around something that you might have been promised, it could just be saying try to be a little bit more patient. Whatever it is, they actually do intend on coming through with that, right? But maybe they're still working on it. So that's what I see there. All right, in the environment position, we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, the Ten of Swords, which is Gemini energy, and the Page of Swords. So, really to me, this seems like another repetitive message there where, to me, I'm seeing these yellows, right? So, like I said, the Knight of Pentacles in the past, feeling like something maybe was taking forever to actually come around, right? We see the yellow there with the Seven of Swords, and now we see another 7 energy here, right? Much better 7 energy than the 7 of Swords, of course, but same theme in a way where I feel like this is saying, cautioning you not to be too reactive this month and not to jump the gun, because then you could end up actually causing an ending and then having to backtrack and possibly, fix that, right? Like I said, really, especially given that those are the 2 cards that came up in challenge position, I feel like this is primarily pointing to that aspect that we're going to have when Mars in Gemini, which is the house of communication, makes the square with Neptune in your 12th house. So I really feel like that's primarily going to be that time you guys need to watch out for, like I said, which is probably going to be around the 10th or so. It's very close to that. So let's just say, to be safe, between the 5th and the 15th, just watch out for that energy, because that could definitely cause you to think you're seeing something clearly and then to actually just react on it immediately and speak on it and then find out after the fact that maybe it's not what you thought it was, and then you actually have to come back and make an apology. So just be on the lookout for that energy for that week or two. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Five of Cups. So naturally, I'm going to assume this isn't a hope because this isn't the most bright and optimistic energy, but looking at the Three Cups build there and seeing the Three of Cups in the foundation position again, I feel like this is saying that, you might be fearing that you're not going to be celebrated for whatever this was that you're working towards. Like I said, I'm really feeling for the majority of you, this is going to be more of a career, finance thing. For some of you, it could be a relationship, right? Where maybe the person said, oh yeah, we're totally going to be committed, and maybe they've been pushing off the commitment, right? Whatever the case may be, looks like there's some disappointment on your part there where you feel like it might actually not get off the ground in the way you're hoping. But again, I feel like this is saying it really is on the way. Just have to try to be a little more patient. And in the outcome position, we have the Hanged Man. So this is actually Pisces energy here. And to me, this is actually a really good card to see in the outcome position because given the cautionary things that I do see in your spread, like I said, which look like, well, I say cautionary but reluctantly, because again, I feel like there's a lot of good things coming your way, but the challenge is going to be for you guys to kind of stay out of your own way this month and just let those things come to you. So to see this in the outcome position to me is a very positive thing because it's like, okay, there's definitely some potential here for a potential self-sabotage situation, but it looks like with the Hanged Man, it looks like you guys can actually hang back. And I do have to say, given that the world is here, for some of you, if by some chance you do slip up, right, and maybe you just get caught up in those energies that we were talking about, and you do make that mistake, with the Hanged Man showing up in the outcome position there, to me it still says that even if that's the case, it looks like you guys would really learn from it. And then in that regard, that could be what the World card is pointing to, where that could be the last time where you make that type of mistake because you're like, okay, I thought things were one way, but they really weren't. I spoke on it, realized, okay, I wasn't actually right, and then, you could actually make amends from there. So either way, looks like it'll turn out fairly well for you guys. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands, which is Aries energy, represents first 10 degrees of Aries. So definitely looks like you guys have that energy of a new, fresh start on your minds. And like I said, if you play things right, it looks like that potential can actually move out for you. So all right, so moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we have Loyal Heart, because you guys actually had two that came up. But there's the artwork for that one, and the number is 35. So let's see what we get from that. All right, it says fidelity, loyalty, devotion. The Oracle's message. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove that they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. So pretty positive message there. And again, like I said, I could be calling back to what I was feeling where you guys might feel like there's some deception at play, but I don't necessarily think that's the case. So try to, sit back on that feeling, try not to be reactive, and let things play out, and it should work out well. The relationship message says your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. So again, like I said, for the majority of you, I didn't pick up on a huge romantic relationship atmosphere with this reading, but if that's the case, we did mention how those energies can play out in that regard as well. So hopefully that message resonated with you. And the prosperity message says your long-term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in a world of conditions where your aspirations for success assume form and reality. Success is finally taking shape. If you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans while remaining flexible, and devoted to serving others, you will be shown proof of your true prosperity. This is a time for joyful celebration of Spirit, your manifesting partner. So, pretty positive message there. That makes me think of the Three of Cups that we do see in the foundation, and also obviously the World card. So like I said, it looks like things might, maybe you think things look a little bleak at some point this month, but if you give it a little more time, I think you'll actually see that the successes you've been working toward will actually become your way. All right, and next we have 2 to see. There's the artwork, and the number is 7. So we saw some 7 energy pop up in your spread, so maybe it'll be connected to that, but we'll see what it says. Okay, it says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. So, pretty positive message there, and that makes me think of the High Priestess energy and, of course, the Hangman that we see in the outcome position as well. So, hopefully that resonated. The relationship message says there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of your need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. So again, like I said, I didn't get a huge relationship vibe from this. I will be doing love readings next week, but again, if you guys are looking for some guidance there, hopefully that resonated with you. And then the prosperity message says everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents, and abilities, and most important, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When, grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness, you can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So again, another positive message there. Like I said, really, especially given that this is a minor arcana and there's a lot of major arcana at play, even if for some odd reason you guys do kind of pull some self-sabotage move, I don't think it's going to have long-term ramifications. But again, I feel like this is just saying, to really just trust things, let things come to you, understand that whatever you have been working towards has been recognized, and you will actually get the rewards from that. All right, so lastly, we have a Mudra card. And the Mudra you guys got for this month is the Apana Mudra. There it is there. The keyword for it is release. Oh, and actually, this is also number 7, so a lot of 7 energy for you guys this month. But there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot. But under benefits, it says general detoxifying effect on the body, improves elimination, reduces constipation, benefits the urinary bladder and uterus, regulates menstruation, clarifies the skin. So if you think that sounds like something that will be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name of the Mudra in the description of the video as always. Once again, happy birthday. We'll wrap up there and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.